Telles, that's headed on towards Ronaldo. Martial, Anthony Martial, Cavani. Oh, amazing! United have won it. It's Marcus Rashford in the final minute of stoppage time. Bedlam, absolute bedlam at Old Trafford. What scene do we have here? Manchester United moving into the top four. Such drama, and this is why we love Old Trafford. This is why we love the Premier League.
Absolutely incredible. I'm just looking at Ralph Rangnick here. He's not a man of much emotion from what I've seen so far, but boy, is he so pleased with that. And I tell you what this is the first kick of the game.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Oh, wow. What a win. What an afternoon. Marcus Rashford in the 93rd minute, the final minute of stoppage time. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0.
Glory, Manchester United. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast, and in this episode we'll be analyzing our last game with West Ham. How did you anticipate the game? For me, I was thinking we could score like 2 to 3 goals, but we didn't get close to that. We only had one goal, which was an injury time goal scored by Rashford. Thankful to Rashford against saving us, and I think Rashford is performing well or scoring when he's being substituted in, so probably that's something for Ragnick to notice. Then he should use him for that purpose. Maybe we'd always want to see Rashford start, but I'm just saying, if that's the way we can get our result, let's try that with it. So now to the statistics. We had 57% ball possession and they had 43% ball possession. We had 18 total shots and they had 6 total shots. We had 16 chances created and they had 3 chances created. We had 1 big chance and they had none. We had 453 accurate passes and they had 308 accurate passes. They had 83% pass success and we had 75% pass success. They had 9 fouls considered and we had 8 fouls considered. We both had 3 corners. We had 4 offsides and they had 1. On to the shot, we had 18 total shots and they had 6. We had 9 off target and they had 3. We had 3 on target and they had 1. Our precision is still low, as I always say. Still very low. Why just having 9 shots off target, then just 3 on target? Wow. We had 6 block shots. They had 2. No shots to the woodwork. We had 13 shots inside the box. They had 5. We had 5 shots outside the box and they had 1. Our shots need precision, like very high precision. We can't compete with big teams with all these kind of statistics. We had 453 accurate passes and they had 308 accurate passes. We had 223 passes in our own half and they had 181 passes in their half. We had 230 passes in their half and they had 127 passes in our half. We had 548 total passes and they had 413. And we had 83% pass success. We had 731 touches and they had 589 touches. We had 51 long balls and they had 62 long balls. We had 22 accurate long balls and they had 24 accurate long balls. We had 17 crosses and they had 15. We had 3 accurate crosses and they had 1. We had 25 throws and they had 20. Well, our game is the average, but playing against West Ham, I still expect this kind of statistics or even higher. So I'm not really excited by the statistics. It's dope, like it's good, but I feel we could have done more, because if you want to compete with the bigger teams, we actually need to do more. So it is what it is. We had 55 duels won and they had 42. We had 13 dribbles attempted and they had 18. We had 10 dribbles succeeded and they had 9. We had 17 tackles attempted and they had 9. We had 11 tackles succeeded and they had 7. We had 20 aerial duels won and they had 15. We had 4 interceptions and they had 16. We both had 1 yellow card and there was no red card. The guest saved 2, 1 diving save, 1 save inside the box, 0 high claim and 1 punch, and the keeper saved 2 diving save, 2 saves inside the box, 1 high claim and no punch. Now the game is cool for us though, so but I'll still say we could have done more. So now to the player rating, that was the player of the match with 8.24 points. Wow. Followed by Rice, then Fred, McTominay, Telles, De Gea, Maguire, Fernandes, Rashford and Varane. We had 9 players in the top 10 player ratings. And there was only 1 big chance created, and that was by Cavani. In total shots, we had Ronaldo, then Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, Pablo Fornals, Greenwood, Elanga. In the top 10, we also had 9. And then the pass success. Now we have Harry Maguire with 68 pass success. Then Rice, then Fred, then McTominay, Varane, Telles. Varane is always having 40 plus passes. I like that man's contribution to the game. In the top 10 we had 8 of our players in the top 10 rating of pass success. And to the dribble succeeded, we had Bowen with the highest, followed by Greenwood, then Rice, and Dalot, Fred, Bruno. But Greenwood is always dribbling every time. I always expect him to be on this every time. And then the tackles succeeded, we had Dalot with the highest, who had 4. But the players had a good time though. But thankful to Rashford who came in for the last minute win. But now to the blog post, it's posted that says Fernandes, McTominay and Cavani widely celebrate Manchester United goal. Like, I want to widely celebrate that kind of goal. It's the last minute goal. Let's dive in. It says Marcus Rashford late winner for Manchester United against West Ham sparked wide celebration on and off the pitch at Old Trafford. The game looked set to end as a goalless draw until Edinson Cavani put the ball on the plate for Marcus Rashford, tapping at the far post in the 93rd minute. After watching the ball hit the back of the net, Cavani celebrated widely with a knee sliding before being joined by his teammate. During the celebration, Scott McTominay falls to the floor. Bruno Fernandes screams in front of the United fans, and Alex Telles punching the corner flag. Everybody was so excited. It was electric as fuck. Like, guys, to the top 4 again. Since how long? I also enjoyed the other wins. Also the win at Brentford, which was as important as the win today. But this was an extremely emotional game, Ralph Ragnick said after the game. An extremely emotional moment if you score in the last second of the game, knowing that there's no time anymore for the other team to reply. It was extremely emotional. I can only say thank you to the Red Army, the way that they supported the team all through the game. They pushed us and carried us through the game. It was amazing. Since I have arrived in home games, it was by far the best atmosphere in the stadium. I would have to upload the celebration on our IG. Man, like, guys, look at that kind of goal, that tapping goal. When I saw it, I was like, damn, thank you, Lord. So now that blog post says Manchester United star sets all-time Premier League record in Red Devils win. Let's dive into know what's up. It says Marcus Rashford was in the right place at the right time to score Manchester United winning goal against West Ham. The United forward netted the second goal in a week, and this time it was a decisive winning goal. Rashford has become pretty good at this, having now set the record in Premier League history as the player with the most injury time winning goals. Wow, it was the perfect time to score as United desperately needed the win to climb back into the top 4. Yeah, back at the top 4. Immaculate timing. Rashford's very first injury time winner for United came back under Jose Mourinho away at Hull City in 2016 to keep up a winning start to the season. 6 years on, he's still doing it, getting on the end of an Edinson Cavani cross to win all 3 points against West Ham. And to net the winner at the Stretford end is always special. Rashford netted this after deservedly coming in for criticism amid an 11-game goal drought earlier this month. Yeah, we just criticized the man and the man is back on his feet. That's what we want. He has now scored 2 goals in his last 2 games, and the international break now comes at a bad time, just when he was coming back into form. He's up to 5 total goals for the season, and still low, but man's still coming up. To believe. At least he can enter the break on the high, as can the rest of his teammates, with Ralph Ragnick steadying the rocking Old Trafford ship. United are back into the top 4, and while there is a long way to go yet, it feels a long better than 7, which is where United began the weekend. Honestly, really better than 7. That 7 is very discomforting, man. You can't even talk about football anywhere. Like, everybody like, man, you guys shut up, you're in the 7th position. But now look at where we are, back at the top 4. Well, it doesn't stop there, because getting there is just like the first step. So we just need to like maintain our position and maintain our ground and increase our position. Have a lot of wins. So let's read some reactions towards Martial last game for us against West Ham. So we're reading through the tweets. It says Martial definitely got that footballing IQ we lack at times. Was hardly on the pitch, but felt way more positive with his introduction here. And that says Martial is one of those players who gets you excited when he's on the ball 100%. Like, gives you the vibe like, yo, this guy's about to do, he's about to do something, he's about to... Man, Martial. And that says brilliant impact by Martial. Hope he can build on that same with Rashford. But looking at the way things are right now, I still think Martial is still going to leave. So Like we're just waiting for the right moment and just to probably to get his value high. Like probably the team needs him to score. Then like so in that sense, I just think that's what I play him now to bring his value up. Because now I think any team now want to negotiate Martial or want to reduce his price. So that's just my thought. And that says gonna need Martial to start the next game. That's actually the way it's going to be. I think that's going to be against Middlesbrough. So he might likely start, and that says Martial actually changed the game 100%, like the style of the game, but we didn't score. So even though he changed the game, it was left for Rashford to finish the game for us. And that says Martial has to start the next game surely. And that then says Martial made a difference. Yeah. Martial is always making a difference. Well, that's about the blog post of this episode. In our next game, we'll be facing Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 4th round. So we're wishing the team the best of luck, and I really would love to see Martial start the game, as these guys are saying. So just to see him add more spice to the game. And I think facing Middlesbrough is going to be like a bonus for Martial because he's going to be more confident with his playing. That's if he started though. But I hope and believe it's going to go well for us. And guys, also remember to follow on IG. The handle is Ggmu podcast. See you guys in the next episode. Till then, remain red and forever remain red.